warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning everyone. Welcome back to our video. I would like to say thank you for your coming our presentation. Okay guys, today we will presentation about CARS International Business Environment. My lecturer is Teguh Widodo Esos MSM Rich. The topic today is government and market. Okay guys, our team group 6 is me, Cut Muazina, the leader group, and my member is Umi Hanifa, Yufitri Sazalani, and the last Reza Shafitri. Okay guys, the topic today is about first, privatization policy, and the second, rational, the third, criticism of privatization, the fourth, competition policy, and the last, government and the labor market. Okay guys, what the meaning government and market? Introduction. A belief in the virtue of competition and in the need to develop competitive markets remain a central tenet of government economic policy and capitalist states. At the heart of this belief lies the widely accepted view that competition provides the best means of improving economic efficiency and of encouraging wealth creation. Proponents of this view argue that competition first ensures an efficient allocation of resources between competition used through the operation of the price system. The second, put pressure on firms to perform as efficiently as possible. The third, provides a mechanism for flexible adjustment to change whether in consumption or in the condition of supply. The last, protect consumer from potential exploitation by producer by offering alternative source of purchase. It follows that an absence or lack of competition in either the factor of product market is seen as detrimental to the well-being of the economy as a whole, and that Government Act 0002 means have a responsibility for ensuring wherever possible that market operate freely, with a minimum of state interference. Okay guys, the first presentation is Umi Hanifa.
Privatization policy. Under privatization is the breeders and privatization influence the transfer of access different form of economic activity from the public sector to the private sector. In fact, that privatization has been able to arrive for activities that influence a measure of state segment from economic activity. Typically, the seven include the sales of government of access, especially nationally industry, either breeded telecom breeders or industry in the which the government has a substantial shareholding EDBP. The contract of service normal private by the public sector is school, mine, hospital, cleaning. The regularization or liberalization of activity over which the states have previous flashed the sum rester, either the regularization of bus rester or postal service. The injection of private capital in the are substantial financial by the public sector is the rural system. The sales of local authorities on properties, private, citizen or organization, the council house, school playing flat. And the last, the privatization of government agencies, e.g. managers in factor for education.
Rational. The government's case for privatization centered around the claim that the sale of state-owned businesses will improve their efficiency and general performance, and will give rise to increased competition that will broaden consumer choice. Under state control, it was argued that businesses had no incentive to strive for efficiency or to respond to consumer preference. Since many of them lacked any direct competition and all of them called turn to government for financial support if revenue was insufficient to meet operating costs. In contrast, firms which were exposed to the test of the market will have to satisfy both the consumer and the financial markets if they were to survive or to avoid takeover by more efficient and competitive organizations. Criticism of privatization. Opponents of privatizations have likened the process to selling the family silver, disposing of important national assets for short-term financial gains. Under Privati Act 0002 session, these assets, once owned by the general public, pass into the hands of those individuals and organizations able and willing to buy shares, and this includes over Act 0002 says buyers who could ultimately gain control of important parts of British industry, unless prevented from doing so by government action, e.g. through a golden share. To add to this criticism, some observers have claimed that valuable assets bought over many years by public funds have been sold off cheaply to private investors who have reaped the benefit at the expense of the general public.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Introduce myself, my name is Ufitri Sazalani. In this presentation, I'll discuss about privatization policy. Okay, whereas privatization has focused on the balance between public and private provision within the overall economy, UK government competition policy has largely been concerned with regulating market behavior and in particular with controlling potential abuses of market power by firms acting singly or in concert in specific markets. So, to achieve this aim, successive British government have relied mainly of legislation as well as on a measure of self-regulation and processions, and have generally taken a more liberal view of market sectoral than that taken in the United States, where monopolies have been deemed illegal for over a century. Legislative framework to regulate market activity and the institutional arrangement established to support it are considered immediately below.
Now, okay guys, the next presentation is me, Cut Muazina. Okay, government and the labor market. Guys, government involvement in the labor market has taken a variety of forms, and its influence on market conditions can be direct or indirect and can operate at different spatial levels. Many of the government initiatives mentioned in Chapter 11, for example, seek to affect employment prospects in the regions or in local economies and thus clearly have labor market implications. The government will influence the overall demand for labor, which is derived from the demand for the product the labor produces. Some of that demand, of course, will come from the government itself as a central provider of goods and services and hence a key employer of labor, and its attitude to pay settlement will affect wage level throughout the public sector. Okay, this is in turn can spill over to the wage bargaining process in the private sector and on occasion may even involve the use of statutory or voluntary recognition on wage risks that invariably interfere with the operation of the market. While all of these areas would need to be considered in any detailed analysis of labor market policy. In the brief discussion below, attention is focused on government initiatives to improve employment prospects and training opportunities for the unemployed, and on the government's effort to curb the power of the trade unions, But all these approaches are particularly pertinent to the discussion on how government has sought to improve the efficiency of market as part of its supply-side approach to economic management UC. In this case, a combination of policy and legislation to achieve its objective. Okay guys, conclusion. The first, competitive markets are thought to provide major advantage, particularly with regard to enhancing wealth creation, economic efficiency, and consumer choice. The second, government, through policy and legislation, can promote increased competition within the economic and its market. The third, privatization has become a global phenomenon and reflects the belief in official year 002 thesis that competitive private markets are a superior method of allocating economic resources. The last, privatization in practice has both advantage and disadvantage. Okay guys, I think that's all. And do you have any question guys? Okay, thank you for your attention and wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Bye.